We will get started. Thank you all for coming here today. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Michelle Mahaffey with Wegmans. I first want to thank the Buffalo Bills Foundation, Sean and Jamie McDermott, and our local food bank, of course, Feed More Western New York, which really does the tireless work each and every day of helping to nourish our neighbors in need. This donation drive is really special because the money raised for this drive will help Feed More to purchase specific products that are either free from the top 9 allergens or they are gluten-free. At Wegmans, we really understand the challenges that so many of our customers face each and every day who may live with a special dietary need, and we really strive to make shopping easier for our customers, for those who may need those specific products. And we know also that food allergies certainly don't discriminate. Anyone may have one, and many families struggle to purchase these necessary foods for someone who may have a food allergy or requires a special diet. And this is something that we've learned a lot from our partners at Feed More Western New York, that the real need really exists here in our community. And I want to invite Catherine Schick from Feed More Western New York to come up and say a few words about that need.
Thank you, Michelle. Good afternoon. It is such an honor to be here today among such amazing partners like Wegmans and the Buffalo Bills as we team up to support food insecure neighbors with food allergies and special diet needs. Unfortunately, food insecurity is a massive problem here in Western New York. Last year, more than 165,000 individuals relied on Feed More Western New York for food assistance throughout Erie, Niagara, Cattaraugus, and Chautauqua counties. Of this total, more than 53,000 were children and more than 41,000 were older adults. And the need only continues to grow. In 2024, the number of people served by Feed More Western New York increased by 16% compared to the previous year. And it jumped 46% in just 3 years' time. When you're experiencing food insecurity, having access to enough healthy food is a challenge. And for food insecure families who are living with food allergies, accessing food that is nutritious and safe to eat is even more difficult. That's why drives like this allergy-friendly fundraising campaign is so vitally important. When you check out at Wegmans this weekend, your donation at the wet register will help nourish local families right here in our community who otherwise may not have enough to eat at home. We are so grateful to our longtime partners at Wegmans for consistently putting their values into action by making initiatives like this one possible to help even more people lead healthier, better lives. And we're all, of course, big Buffalo Bills fans, and so we're familiar with the team motto, everybody eats. But it is more than a motto. It is a belief that extends beyond the field and upheld through the Buffalo Bills, Coach McDermott, the McDermott family, all of their continued support of Western New Yorkers facing hunger. The funds raised through this drive will enable Feed More Western New York to provide a variety of foods free of common allergens. And we will be able to provide these to our network of food pantries and partner agencies who open their doors to neighbors seeking nutritional assistance. Through our Hunger Relief Network, our generous community partnerships, and our incredible dedicated Western New York community, we can truly ensure that everybody can eat. Thank you.
Thanks, Catherine. At Wegmans, we have had the great pleasure of working with the Buffalo Bills on several community initiatives over the years. And like Wegmans, the Buffalo Bills Foundation has a community focus on food insecurity. And we know that together, we can do great things for those in our community. Now I'd like to bring up Coach Sean McDermott to say a few words. Coach, you have championed this cause for several years. We're so appreciative of your leadership here, and thank you so much for sharing your story.
Well, it's great to be here with everyone this afternoon. Now that the draft is over in particular, it's good to be out in the community again and dealing with some free time, I guess you would say. But thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for joining our team here today. The partnership that we have with Wegmans and Feed More is very important to us. It's very important to the Bills and also my family. Because of what it represents. And so we appreciate you. We appreciate your collective teams that are here joining us today. We support a lot of causes, both my family as well as the Bills overall, and I think we do a phenomenal job in our building with our staff, our coaches, our players, with the different charities and different things out from an outreach standpoint that we support. I think that we do a phenomenal job. This one, to me, is very personal and near and dear to my heart because it affects directly my family. 2 of our 3 children are affected by food allergies. And until you live it, you really don't know how it can affect one's life. In some cases, the allergy is managed in rather just an inconvenience. In other cases, it can become rather severe, and in some cases even cause death. A vacation my family and I took a few years ago, I'll give you a quick kind of anecdote of what unfolded, and this is not to scare anyone, but so everyone understands how real this is. After a long season, I decided to take a little bit of a nap on a normal day, and I decided to turn my phone off in the middle of the day so that you can get some rest. We've all been there, right, to kind of unplug a little bit. After a little bit of a nap, maybe an hour long, hour and a half, whatever it was, I wake up, turn my phone on to 10 missed calls from my wife. So during that short period of time, my wife and one of our children had gone to the local shopping center, and they had sampled something in the store. And in doing so, did not realize that food that they sampled contained an allergen that our child was allergic to. And so in a very short amount of time, our child went into what was becoming anaphylactic shock. And so then trying to find ambulance to try and get our child to the nearest hospital. And when you're on vacation, sometimes you don't always know exactly where that is or where medical care exists. So fast forward, ambulance comes, they drive the hour back to the hospital, and that's where I then joined my family when our child was going through the situation that they were going through. So in the matter of minutes is my point. These situations can become very, very serious and life-threatening. So why are we here? We are here because I'm offering a challenge to not only increase awareness of food allergies, but also educate that these food allergies are real, and in some cases, as I said, a little bit of an inconvenience, but they also span the range of becoming extremely dangerous. And so I'm here to offer us all a challenge, and everyone out there, a challenge to improve the protocols that exist. And they exist everywhere, not just in places like a grocery store like this at Wegmans, but everywhere, to increase protocols in schools, on airplanes, on sporting teams, wherever people are, protocols need to improve to keep people safe so anyone and everyone that are affected by these situations, food allergies, can live a normal life in normal environments. We owe that to them. And I'm not just saying this because it affects my family, but I'm saying it because it affects so many more people than people are aware of out there, young and old, as has already been mentioned. So I really sincerely appreciate, on behalf of not only me, my family, and the Bills organization, everyone being here today. I also appreciate Feed More and Wegmans for the tremendous partnership and getting the word out there to help everyone affected by these situations. So thank you again for coming, and go Bills.
Thanks, Coach, for sharing such a personal story. Obviously, we know that the need is great out there, the need for awareness and the need to allow Feed More to purchase items such as some of the ones that you see here. Wegmans would like to kick off this campaign. We would like to donate $10,000 to kick off the campaign, and I invite Michelle Roberts from the Buffalo Bills Foundation to come up to also help kick off this campaign. What we're doing is we're asking our community to match the $20,000 that we are chipping in to help kick off this campaign to help feed more Western New York. So we're putting the challenge out there to ask our community to help match us this weekend, 2 days only. Anytime you check out at one of the registers here at any one of our Buffalo area Wegmans stores. So thank you so much. Thank you for coming, and go Bills.